welcome back to the channel. This is going to be my first Friday Quick Tech video, and what we have in the shop, my 2012 F250 Super Duty, which is extended cab, medium box, because it's 6 3/4 foot, not a long box, what they call a short box. Four-wheel drive with a 6.2 gas engine. I added this Lear topper. That was a Facebook Marketplace score, and I love it. Still haven't wired up anything on it, but it has a third brake light. It locks, and it also has interior storage and an interior light, which I haven't wired up yet, but I love it. I am always hauling stuff in here and keeping stuff in here. It's great for my dogs. The side window's open. I think I paid about 900 bucks for it. Had to take a little road trip down to Wyoming. Other than that, the truck, if you haven't seen it before, has just ticked over 50,000 miles. And it's been a great truck. I added some newer Super Duty wheels. I believe they're off like an 2018 or 19-ish Super Duty. And they are 18s and some beefier tires. 265/70 18s. I like those a lot better than the stock wheels, which are still chilling over here somewhere. They were those stock wheels, which were plenty nice. I just think they're kind of ugly. And the 18s definitely look better. But other than that, it's been a great truck. Over my half-ton, the only complaint that I have is that the ride is a little bit stiff in town on the bumps. But towing is night and day. Okay, so what we're going to show you in this quick video is how to install a factory remote start on your Super Duty this generation, which would be like 2011 to 2016, I believe. It's super easy because these trucks are pretty plug and play. All of the wiring for accessories that you don't have is basically already there. You just need to buy parts and connectors to hook it up. So this is what we got. I got a factory Ford remote start kit from Fairway Ford on eBay. It was about 150 bucks, and this is what it comes with. It comes with a Ford factory key, which I already took to my local dealer and had cut. So this is the antenna for the key fob, which you don't have to have. This is the wire harness for the antenna. You don't have to have either of these. You can simply get a remote start key, program it, and enable remote start in your computer, and it'll work. This is to extend the range, but for 150 bucks, I mean, the keys are about 100, so for 50 bucks, I'll take the extra range. I want to be able to hopefully start it from inside my house in the winter when it's nasty outside. So there's the Fairway Ford kit, 150 bucks on eBay. I'll drop a link in the description. And it may change. They changed their eBay auction, so it might expire. The link will be in there. It'll work as long as it works. So we also need an OBD2 to USB adapter, which is what this is. This is one of the cheaper ones that was on Amazon. This was like 17 or 18 bucks. So BB Fly Pro OBD2. It said that it is compatible with Forescan, which is the software that we'll be using. So, got all this stuff. This is all the stuff I had to buy. I've got my laptop computer, and I have 2 of my keys that are already programmed. So, let's get into it. First thing we're going to do is install this antenna and wire, which just goes behind the glove box. Really quick before I forget, in order to do this, your truck has to have a hood switch, which mine does. You can look and see if you have this right here. If you don't have it, like I said, everything on these trucks is plug and play. The wire harness here should already be there. It might be tucked down in there somewhere. All you have to do is buy the switch. I didn't price it out because I already had it, but shouldn't cost too much. Okay, so the glove box. I'm gonna take all our stuff out of there. And then there's a little tab on this side that we simply squeeze in and the whole thing drops down. Okay, so first of all, we're going to take our jumper harness for the antenna, and right over, well, if we can get it to not be in shadow, So this guy right here is the tire pressure monitoring module, and you can see an empty plug socket right there. So our one of the ends for our connector anyway are going to plug into it, and then this gets routed around the edge of the glove box. So I will get that plugged in there and show you what it looks like. Okay, so it's in there. The instructions were not very good in this regard, but so this is what I figured out. You plug it in there, it kind of wraps around the bottom and goes up. The white, well, you can see that. The white keeper goes there, and it goes up from there to there, top right edge of the glove box. Now this is where the instructions weren't very clear, but if the clips are spaced in the right order, so you have to poke and prod and feel and dig around until you find the things they pop into. So from there it goes towards the windshield. There's one clip there, one there. Those are just a hole in the dash frame that you have to find. So one there. That one, if you can get popped in, you're a better man than me. I can feel the hole back there, but I can't get my sausage fingers in there enough to pop it in. I'm sure it'll be fine. And then another behind right there, there. And then it goes to the module, which they want you to zip tie to right there. So hopefully that helps you out and you can avoid about 15 minutes of farting around with all that like I did. But that's it. They just say put it in there with cable ties. The instructions show screws, but we don't have those, so zip ties it is. It's plenty secure, and then the wire just snaps into that. So throw the glove box back up. We'll be ready to program some keys and then program the computer. Okay, so in order to do this, you have to have 2 programmed keys, and then you have to have at least 2 to program a third. That's how Ford sets it up. Okay, so the plan is we are going to take our first key, turn the ignition on for 3 seconds, turn it off, pull that out within 10 seconds, put in the second programmed key, do the same thing on 3 seconds, shut it off, take it out within 10 seconds, put in the unprogrammed key, turn the ignition on for 3 seconds. The door locks should go up and down, and that signifies that it is in programming mode and it should have programmed that key. And then we'll try to start it with that key and make sure. So there's 1, 2, 3, first key, and second programmed key. 1, 2, 3, and now our new key. 1, 2, 3, and the door is locked. So I'm going to shut it off, take it out, and now new key. Let's try to start it. Bada boom, just like that. All right, now we are going to program it to accept remote start. Okay, here's our BB Fly OBD2 port to USB adapter. Has a little switch on the side for high speed and medium speed CAN bus or other computer things that I don't understand. I'll have to flip that at some point during this. The OBD2 connector is right there, just to the left side of the steering column under the dash. So key is off right now, and we'll leave it on high speed. I think that's correct. Go ahead and plug that guy in. Got it plugged into the computer now, and we will open ForScan, which is free to download, by the way. You do need a license to keep using it after the trial period, which I will probably do if it turns out to be handy, because I'll have several vehicles I can use it on. Quick disclaimer before we get into this: you can damage your computer if you don't do this correctly. You're going to be changing checksum numbers, which are part of the computer programming. That's the best I understand it. I'm a caveman. I don't know. I'm just doing what I've read from other people on how to do this. So I'm like 3 steps removed from any responsibility if you ruin your computer, something like that. Because the video I watched, the guy said, I'm not responsible if you ruin your computer. And then I watched his video and I'm also saying I'm not responsible, so I'm like double covered. Anyway, do it at your own risk. If you screw it up, you can ruin your computer. You'll have to replace your computer, which is probably $1,000. I don't know what the new ones are. So be careful. Don't screw it up. Double check your numbers. Here we go. It's the next day. Did not work for me last night to program the computer to enable remote start. Either it's because I don't know what I'm doing, entirely possible. And honestly, on computer things, you probably shouldn't listen to me or take my advice. Either that, or I didn't realize to use Forscan, you have to become a part of their forum, and you have to submit username and password and stuff to an admin. They have to approve you. Now it's the next day and that's happened. So it's either that or I had one of the settings wrong. So let's try this again. And we're back. It was a driver issue. I needed to install the driver for my BB Fly thingy whatever thing. So boom, we're established. Is the vehicle fitted with factory nav? Is not equipped. Okay. So it's going to scan the computer. Reading vehicle info. There was another step in the video I watched to enable settings in your menu to change the remote start settings, like how long it runs for. I don't have the menu screen. I don't know if mine will do anything, so I'm not going to do anything with it. Yes, it does have high speed and medium can. Yes, please set it to medium speed. Okay, so click that guy over and click OK. Sure, let's save a profile for this vehicle. I don't know what that does. Like I said, I'm barely stumbling my way through this stuff. So we want to test, we got service, we got configuration and programming. We want, you look at my cheat sheet here. We want as built body control module. As built format. Okay. Okay, we click the play button down here, and this is what we get. Okay, vehicle is not moving. Okay, well, we've made it farther than ever before. Let's just say that the registration process for Forscan is not real user-friendly. Again, I'm not a computer guy, I'm a car guy. So this is the farthest we've made it now. We're in the body control module configuration. Yep, now here are all the things. And we're just still on the trial version. So we want to go to 726-19-01. Okay, that is the setting for the remote start. And we're going to change 0047 to 0147. And I think in the video that I watched, it actually changed to 148 after that for some reason. So we're going to go back one. Change 0047 to 0147 at 726-19-01. So we're going to go right. And this is the warning it will give you. You could turn your computer into a very useful paperweight. Whoa, relays clicked. Cycle the ignition off and then back on. Okay. After you get through the rigorous vetting and registration process for Forscan, that should be it. Now I'm going to hop in and do one other thing that I'm not going to show you. I'm going to reset my adaptive tables for the transmission, because I have a little hard shift into third gear the first time in the day, the first couple times when it's cold. And reading online, that can be a learned thing from the previous owner. I have only put a couple thousand miles on this truck, so we'll try that, and then I'll come back, we'll try the remote start. Okay, here we go. So the key says you have to do lock and then engine start twice. So lock it, engine start twice. Just like that. Pretty easy once you figure out the stupid computer stuff. And then press it again to shut it off. And we have remote start. So the range seems not great, but I have that issue with the regular key fob as well. I thought the antenna was supposed to help that. I don't know. If you know why, let me know in the comments. It seems to randomly work from far away, or sometimes you got to be right up to the truck before it works. So anyway, remote start works. So that's it. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.